am not one of those that wakes up and says, ooh, I want to clean and declutter today. Hello, I'm back. If you're new here, my name is Shannon. I'm Leaf.Like.On.A.Tree, and right now we are in the middle of a decluttering series. I had hoped to have our playroom done this week. However, I learned a very important lesson last week that I will share with you later on in this video. I anticipate our playroom video done next week. I'm going to show it to you here. And you can probably guess why it's going to take me 2 weeks. With that said, I did not want to leave you hanging without your weekly motivation. I saw so many comments about, oh, I wish I had the motivation. Oh, I wish I had the energy you had. Some of you are on your own and you don't have the family members to help, and my heart goes out to you. But I just wanted to take the time and use this video to encourage you. If you do not lack motivation or you do not need encouragement, go ahead and skip this video and we will see you next Monday in our playroom declutter. You're not going to want to miss it. It is going to be epic and painful. Decluttering and cleaning is not a spiritual gift of mine. I am not one of those that wakes up and says, ooh, I want to clean and declutter today. Quite the opposite, actually, if you want to know the truth. Yeah, it's painful for me. I wear a lot of hats in this house. I'm a wife, mom, obviously, but I also run an embroidery business from home. I homeschool my kids, like not virtual school, but legit sit down and educate my children by their side. I have a toddler running around. Now I've started a YouTube journey, which I'm very thrilled about. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and join me for this journey. But I say that I wear a lot of hats, and I don't have all the time in the world to spend cleaning and decluttering and everything. And I'm on a mission to figure out how to keep a tidy house. I know it comes easy to so many people, but it's not a gift of mine. And I've released that. That's okay. I'm good at a lot of other things, but keeping a tidy house is just one that I struggle with. So I'm on a mission to figure out how to be better in this area, because while I don't wake up and say, hey, I want to clean today, I do wake up and say, oh, I wish my house was clean, or oh, we have to clean up the dining room table before we can even do school. Or, you know, I just feel like we are constantly cleaning just to keep our heads above water. So I'm on a mission to figure out how to fix it and how we can create that peaceful environment and maintain it as a family. Because mamas, we're not supposed to do it by ourselves. Your family is there to help. Ye who lives in this house shall help mama clean. I can confidently say my mental health is directly related to the condition of my surroundings. When I wake up and my spaces are clean, I'm not expecting perfection, but just where I can walk and not trip over stuff or step on a Lego, or having to clean off the kitchen table before I do anything, or having to clean the kitchen before I even cook breakfast. Like, those sort of things hurt me in the morning when I'm trying to get going and motivate myself and all that. It sets me back. That is where this decluttering series was born. On my mission of self-discovery on how to make things better, I kept circling back to, you have to get rid of stuff. You have to purge your stuff. So how do we do that when we're not motivated? I know we are all different. I know what works for me probably will not work for you, but I'm hoping by sharing what I do, the mind tricks that I play with myself, will spur you into thinking, what helps you? So let's go through those. You will notice a lot of these I unintentionally shared at the beginning of some of my videos. And that's because I genuinely do these to help motivate myself. This is not just me pulling stuff out my rear end, but these are actual tricks that help kind of nudge me in the right direction. So the first one is getting up getting dressed, doing hair and makeup if that's your thing. I don't know what the science behind getting up and getting dressed and putting yourself together, but it works for me. Like, I feel better. It almost energizes me. I feel like when I walk by a mirror, I feel better about myself. I don't know. It could be that it's like a small action that just gets me going in the day. I don't know. If you know the science behind it, I'd be curious to learn, because I'm not the only one that I've heard say that works for them. I've heard other, I guess, cleaning gurus. I'm not a cleaning guru. I'm never gonna claim to be one. Don't worry. Let me know in the comments if you've heard that before, or if that's something that you use to kind of trick yourself into getting going. Number 2. This one's probably the top one out of all of these that work for me. You know, I can get up and get cleaning without doing hair and makeup. I do like to get dressed out of my pajamas. But this one really helps me, and that's where I go into the space and I look around and I try and find a 5-minute task that I can challenge myself to. In the Master Closet Declutter video, man, I was struggling with that, and I know y'all felt that. To get going in that, I mean, I ended up having to do that one in a day because I procrastinated for literally 24 hours getting in there. So what I did was I went into that closet and I found a corner where it was all my family's swimsuits and towels from the summer on the floor, and I challenged myself. Okay, you're gonna go through those, get rid of what doesn't fit, fold up the towels, and put them away. And that was my 5-minute task, and wouldn't you know, it spurred me on to keep going. The next one for me is probably the hardest one. In my free time, my favorite thing to do is to crawl in bed, turn on my favorite YouTuber, scroll through my phone, and ignore what I need to do. I almost have to parent myself and say, no technology until your chores are done. And I really have to discipline myself. I know, discipline. We all need it. We don't like it. And like I said, that's the hardest one for me to follow through with. Turning off all the distractions, getting out of bed, and making my bed helps prevent me from getting back into it. I shouldn't say it prevents it, because sometimes I do get back into it. But it makes me think twice about getting back in bed. So try that one. This one I really like. Again, it's the Master Closet. I want to say that was the third declutter episode. Like I said, I really struggled in that one. So one thing I did was I temptation stacked. And I'm going to credit James Clear in his book, Atomic Habits, for this one, because it helped. And it was such a treat when it came, but I really, really wanted a purse. I did not want to spend the money on a purse, but I had been eyeing one on Amazon, and you know, I didn't get it for Christmas. My birthday was kind of far away. So I thought, you know what? You're really struggling, Shannon. Let's tie this in with this Master Closet. I had just read this part of his book, so that's where I got the idea from, and it helped. It helped. And then when the purse came, it felt like a genuine reward, kind of like when you're a kid and you make good grades and your parent rewards your good grades, or you get all your chores done for the week and your parents hand you an allowance. It kind of plays to that part of the brain. I'm gonna remember that one. I don't have all the money in the world to be buying myself stuff, and hello, we're trying to declutter here, but you know, if there's something that you've had on your mind, it may be a pedicure, it may be a new pair of shoes, maybe a massage, a facial. It doesn't have to be a physical item. It can be something that you would like to treat yourself to. Last and most importantly, you need to give yourself grace. This is something that I need to do better about with myself. Do not pressure yourself to knock out big jobs like I am doing in 2 days. Don't do it. It's not realistic. If you do try and do it, you're gonna end up hurting yourself. physically, mentally, the whole 9 yards. You're not gonna wanna get back up. Take your time and bite off small workable chunks. If you only have energy for 15, 30 minutes at a time, do 15 minutes and 30 minutes every day. Don't feel like you have to get a whole craft room clean in 2 days. Y'all hear me? Don't do it. Small doses towards your goal will get you there. Not only that, but those small actions add up to small bits of progress that you see, and those small bits of progress keep nudging you forward, and those alone help encourage you to keep going, because you don't want to lose the progress that you've made. So I'm going to tell you a little behind the scenes story that happened after this craft room, which was amazing. I love it, okay? That's why I'm filming in here, because it feels amazing, and I'm so glad that I did it. But what you didn't see is the 2 to 3 days that followed. I was physically tired. I could have slept all 3 days if I didn't have kids to take care of. I hurt myself really bad trying to rush and get that video out. And I'm doing y'all an injustice by sitting here and showing you and taking on these big challenging jobs in 2 days. A lot of my filming takes place Fridays and Saturdays, and sometimes into Sunday when I should be editing. That's full disclosure right there. I was hurting. I was hurting so bad. Y'all need to know, as amazing as these transformations are, realistically, I should be working towards them an hour or 2 a day. That's really what my body and my mind can handle. I have almost made it through my entire house decluttering. I have 2 major spaces. I have 2, Max? My dog's barking. I think we've got about 3 spaces left. One is this playroom that I'm tackling because my kids are currently at their grandparents' house. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa and Nana and Pop and Grandma Kathy and Grandpa Dan for taking the kids this week. Playroom falls on Steven and I because we let it get this bad. We have a hard time getting rid of stuff, and we are dealing with those mistakes now. We also have our homeschool room. We have a guest bedroom and a linen closet upstairs that I'd love to tackle. And then the grand finale is going to be the garage. I'm going to try and get the videos out every Monday, but if you do not see one, just know that I am cooking a good one up. I'm putting the time in, and I'm taking my time so I don't hurt myself. Just like I don't want you to hurt yourself. You know, we are in this together, and I am so grateful to all of you. All of you. My home has been one of my biggest insecurities. One of my biggest insecurities. And God placed it on my heart and said, Shannon, there are a lot of wonderful, encouraging, get it all done mommies out there on YouTube. And I know you don't feel like you can compete with that, but the world's got to see the struggle. They got to see it. You got to know you're not alone in it. There are many, many more of us that are not out on YouTube that actually struggle with keeping a tidy home and cleaning. But all we got to do is encourage each other and spur each other on. Literally 99.9% of you guys are down there telling me what a great job it was, what a transformation, keep going, Shannon. Some of you have even told me I'm beautiful. Don't go down in the comments and tell me I'm beautiful, please. But I appreciate it, is what I'm trying to say. I appreciate the kind words. There is not enough kindness in the world, and I was really nervous about putting myself out there. And I prepared my heart for the haters, so to speak. I've actually been pretty shocked at how loving really you guys are. I'm gonna let you all go now. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you sat through the whole thing, wow, you rock. We will see you next Monday, Lord willing, with this playroom clean. I am so excited for it. I cannot wait to see the look on my kids' face. They deserve it. We are going to create a space where their imagination can flow, where I can contain my sanity a little bit better. Again, creating that peaceful space for my family. I want you to go say something kind to yourself, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. Why are you still here? You want more? I don't have any more. Go. Turn me off now. Or go watch another video.